So what we're looking at now is the Roop Niwas Hotel, but it was the original palace. So we'll take a look at it and we'll walk up and see if we're allowed to look inside. Quite possibly not. You see very pretty grounds. Makes for a lovely hotel. Particularly if you have your own car. It's kind of out of the way. So probably these rooms were originally not enclosed, but they are now. That may be some of the original furniture. Gives us a little idea of how the havelis might have looked also in a finished state. It's an interesting little thing, whatever it's for. Winding up something like a garden hose, I suspect. Some pictures from the day. Interesting little sculpture. A moment out of lives. These large chairs, perhaps for giving audience, they still look like that stool isn't high enough. Here's a good example of the coverings, and they were not only for light, but insulation, I would assume, because they were quite thick, like little quilts. Just pan down through what looks like a drawing rather than a photograph. This is property of the royal family, but originally the purpose of this was to provide a place for people to take baths, and you can see there's enters and you walk down to the water level. And the water came from up there where there's a well, and it was open to all of the people. But now and today also there's a festival in which they make these characters. You can see the outlines of what remains here out of straw. And because they don't have a river to throw them in, which would normally be the tradition, they have just this place, and so as you'll see, they've all been thrown in here.
No problem.
Here's another haveli. What's interesting about this one is that it has a grade and ramps up to the front entry where the carriages could go. So even the stones are dressed so that you have traction. This doesn't look that old, but it may be. It just features like this metal door that look too modern, but who knows. So I'm panning this quickly because there's nothing that we haven't seen. Here's another massive haveli, and this one with enough room to have a yard on it. And notice down there a different kind of a carriage that in its time was pretty elegant. The fountain adds a nice touch. So what's unique about this is there isn't any painting on the outside of the building, but rather it gets all of its panache from the carving. Probably in particular this what is white marble, I think, or at least it has that look to it. We'll go up a little bit further and take a look at the detail. My guess is this is a major member of the family. The family owns not only this haveli, which they turned into a hotel, but a haveli down here, which looks much newer, which they're also in the process of converting into a hotel. And certainly looks much, much newer. They own this one, and they own the first one I walked up that had the ramp. So this family has the capability of expanding quite substantially when the tourism really kicks in someday. It reminds me of the Porter estate with all of its various holdings. So now we're visiting a little farm right in Nalwalgarh.
This is, I think this is the coriander. And that way they have garlic.
So they sell these to the inside the village.
Yeah, they can enjoy the milks because this is the work of farmers. And different they have, you can see the lady they have on top, there is the cow dung.
Oh yeah, you're correct. They're covered over now, but those are some of those round patties that I thought were
This is the
from cow
entrance
dung
gate.
used for
Long
fire.
time we have not irons, so people they can use for this on grabs, they're making the gates.
Right, right.
You can see.
There's their well. Notice it's rigged up with pipes, no doubt a pump, so that they can get water spread throughout their farm. Oh
They
yeah.
can put it inside, they have to get water.
Yeah. Huh. It's great. And the
They
ladies.
offer you something for the fruits. White carrot. You know white carrot? The men they are growing, and women they have to take out for the vegetables. They have to take now and more.
So the ladies do the picking
Yeah.
and the garden work, and
Yeah,
then
ladies they're doing the packing for the
the men take it in to sell it in market, like the man we saw this morning.
called mooli.
Moody.
Mooli, and this is called white carrot.
You hear some more of those round jobbies for fire fuel, and of course those things create more carbon.
Huh? Yeah.
So this is the ground up
Yeah.
stuff that the cows would eat.
Madina.
Hello, namaste. See you later, little guys. Bye bye. We have all brothers. All the brothers.
All brother of Sharon.
He's trying to hog the camera. He tried to get in front.
All brothers of Sharon.
All brothers of Shadow.